So you too can be an archaeologist in your own garage. My garage is actually pretty clean. Since I moved here almost 12 years ago now, actually come February 2026, 12 years in Seattle. I have organized boxes of magazines and things, and I went through some bins. Let me just show you this. I have these from IKEA from years ago. I think they're IKEA, yeah. And I found a bunch of cassettes. So, let's go through these cassettes here. The KQED strike, 1974. I was in the broadcasting department at San Francisco State University, and there was a KQED strike, so I did an audio recording of the strike and interviews, so I haven't heard this in 50 years or so. Hot dog eating contest, 1974 interview. I think that was a project for a journalism class, so I don't think we need to keep that, but who knows? Maybe there's someone famous that I interviewed way back. Oh, these are cool. Now I got these off of some recordings at KSAN Radio, that KSAN broadcast, the radio station in San Francisco. This is Graham Parker and Rick Danko, soundstage broadcast, February 1978. Of course, Rick Danko from the band. This would have been, what, a year and a half after the last waltz, and of course, Graham Parker. Look at that. How cool is that? BBC Independent 45s, May 1980. BBC. I guess I recorded this. I don't know. I gotta pull out my cassette deck. My cassette deck's not hooked up. Gliding Bird, Jubilee Records. Oh, this is Emmylou Harris. This is when she got famous. This first record. This has finally been reissued. I think when I got this recording, it hadn't been reissued yet. Once she went to Reprise, Warner Brothers Reprise Records, after the Graham Parsons collaborations. The Who, King Biscuit Flower Hour. The Who, King Biscuit Flower Hour. I mean, this is a flashback. I'm sure you all have similar flashbacks. What is, ooh. Okay, this is a Sony Video 8 thing, it's separate. 10cc in Canada, King Biscuit Flower Hour. A lot of these were from KSAN radio broadcasts. I think Sunday nights they had a lot of these live broadcasts or tape live broadcast. We got a C90 TDK DC90 cassette. I think that is the lower quality cassette, but I don't know what's on that. There's no listing on it. Oh, I think I was at this show. Ian Dury, March 1978, the Old Waldorf. Ian Dury. One's 21 minutes, one's 22 minutes, sides. I gotta pull these out. Kinks at Winterland. Kinks at Winterland. Oh shit, I was there probably. I mean, I saw him twice at Winterland, so I don't remember this. What is this? This is some arty shit. I have no idea what that is. This says Cavett Douglas. Dick Cavett Douglas. Douglas MacArthur? Kirk Douglas? Is there a rock star named Douglas? I'm blanking out. Help me here. Help me here. Artsy. What if I found this rare, like, Cavern Club tape or something Beatlesque in the archive here? Ah, okay. This is the original Blood in the Tracks, Bob Dylan. Now, obviously, now it's been released. We all have it. There was a Record Store Day version of it. This is the first thing. I got this from the producer, Elliot Mazer. Elliot Mazer, rest in peace, died a few years ago. He had moved back to New York. He's originally from the East Coast. He lived in San Francisco, and I befriended him because my girlfriend, Nancy Newhouse at KSAN, we got to know each other, him and his wife at the time, and their lovely daughters. He had a studio called his Master's Wheel in the South of Market area. But I went to dinner at his house, and he was playing me this great tape of the Troggs tapes, this whole in-studio chatter thing, which is kind of infamous. But the first time I ever heard the original Blood in the Tracks, and he dubbed me a copy. Now I can show this after all these years. He's gone, and this has been released. I think it was a big deal at the time. And I got this probably in 1978 or 79 is when I got it. Emmylou Harris live. This is from Boarding House. I saw this show. Boarding House, Emmylou Harris live. That was with the Hot Band with Rodney Crowell and Pink Paisley guitar, who played with Elvis and Ricky Nelson. You know, you're yelling at the camera right now. You know who that is, Mazzy. You know who that is, Mazzy. James, James, and his Pink Paisley guitar. I'll get to it. You're yelling at the camera. So am I. ELO, Winterland, 76. I saw this show too. I got a lot of these from KSAN because a lot of these were broadcast at KSAN. I don't think I recorded this myself. Electric Light Orchestra, 1976 at Winterland. Grateful Dead live, August 1975. James Burton, that's a guitar player. Thank you. I need to get this cassette player out, seriously, if these still play. A Muni interview. This was an interview with a Muni driver. Muni was the municipal railway, the bus drivers. It was also a broadcasting interview project. Ooh, Warren Zevon in LA. Live in LA. I wonder if this is the Troubadour. It doesn't say, but Warren Zevon, live in LA. Talking Heads, I saw this show too, 1978, Boarding House. I remember them playing Psycho Killer, and the follow spotlight that was on this platform above the doorway fell down and crashed to the floor during Psycho Killer. Luckily, it didn't hit anybody. Everyone was sitting down. The boarding house had cocktail tables. You go downstairs and eat, you come upstairs and you get preferential seating. But the first time I ever saw the Talking Heads was at the boarding house in San Francisco. And this would have been 978. Emmylou Harris and the Hot Band, BBC. I am still a big Emmylou Harris fan. This must be Nancy's handwriting. I think I got Nancy's tapes. Thank you, Nancy. Got something in a settlement. We weren't married. Another show I saw, November 75, Willie Nelson at the boarding house. I don't know why I'm showing you this to prove I've seen these shows, but I did see a lot of these shows. This is Elvis Costello, Winterland 78. I know I saw his very first show in America ever, which was at the, was it been 78 or 76? Might have been 78 or 77. It was at the Old Waldorf. KSAN broke Elvis Costello in the States. Bonnie Simmons, the music director. She's the one that first played that first Elvis record. And I did see that show. Opens up with Mystery Dance, Lip Service, Red Shoes, Goon Squad. Look at that. Elvis Costello. Interviews I did way back when Dianne Feinstein was running for mayor. The late Senator Feinstein. It was in 70, what year was that? That would have been 74, I guess, 75. Oh. The Boarding House, Ben Sidran, The Boarding House, kind of a jazzy Mose Allison sound like, but he played with Steve Miller Band. He co-wrote, I think, Space Cowboy, or Live in the USA. I think it's Space Cowboy. He played with the Steve Miller Band. Love him, the Dr. Jazz. Radio Record Factory tests. Wow, I think I did some tests for the Record Factory when I was working in the broadcasting department at San Francisco State. And I worked for the Record Factory and I was trying to do some of their commercials. I never got to do any of them. Live balls. Oh, this must be the High Balls. The High Balls, Dick Bright, Little Roger and the Goosebumps. September 1981. Oh, this is, wow. This would have been live at the Red Chimney in Stonestown, San Francisco. Interesting. That's a flash out of the past with that letter, that note from the keyboard player. Wow, there's a story there someday. Another Elvis Costello. I know I saw this show, February 78, Zellerbach Auditorium. That's in, I think it's in Berkeley. This is cool. It says Warren Zevon, Bruce Springsteen, Cassette tapes. This is a bunch of tapes, carts that they used to play one-off songs, and I got a dub of these. Werewolves in London is the Warren Zevon. It's done with piano with some of the people from Cassette, private kind of little thing. They used to play it on their show a lot, and he mentions some of the DJs and people at Cassette. So my guess is that's kind of rare. Santa Claus Coming to Town, Bruce Springsteen. Before it was on, I think it was only on a 45 then. Oh, the Beatles' Cheese. It was a cart they used. It's not cheese. It's them saying Billy Shears, and it was a short clip of that. Excitable Boy Zevon, Just Like a Woman, Van Morrison, Herb Caen, Duck's Breath Theater, Beatles Collage, Patti Smith, Hey Joe, Greg Kihn, Patty Hearst, something. Unedited various IDs from Nancy Newhouse. That was my girlfriend at the time. So I dubbed a lot of stuff from the Cassette library when I used to go there. Montreal, Canada, Elvis Costello, King Biscuit Flower Hour, April 78. I was so into Elvis. I'm still a big Elvis Costello fan, but the very beginning of Elvis, especially. Emmylou Harris, Boarding House. I don't know if this is the same show. Boarding House, Emmylou Harris. November 75. Oh, this is a different, oh, this is a King Biscuit, Rick Danko and Jesse Winchester. This is December 1977, recorded, broadcast in 78. Man at the Savoy, the Man Band. I don't know if John Cipollino, I saw the Man Band at the Savoy Tivoli. They didn't have shows there for long. The Man Band, the Welsh band, Deke Leonard. This is fun. Are you having fun? Isn't this kind of a flash? This is Mazzy's archaeology. What? Maslov's archaeological dig. I think that's going to be the name of this video. Grateful Dead, King Biscuit. This is Winterland plus Arizona. The Dingoes. Oh, okay. This is Dingoes at the Old Waldorf. The Dingoes are Australian band, and I got to go in the studio a little bit with them because Elliot Mazer was recording them at a studio, his Master's Wheel. This is in probably 79-ish at Old Waldorf, give or take. The Dingoes. Oh, Ry Cooder, do a shot, WMMR, a Ry Cooder live. Southside Johnny at the Savoy. Now I did see this show, Southside Johnny and the Asbury Dukes, November 1976, live at the Savoy Tivoli. That's on North Beach, Upper Grant. They got closed down because it was too loud for the fucking neighbors there. Who did I see there? I also saw Jim Carroll there. I saw Southside Johnny. I saw some great new wave bands too. The Tubes live at the record plant. They used to have these broadcasts on Cassette live from the record plant in Sausalito. That's the Cocaine hot tub recording studio where Rumors was recorded. Around that time probably too. The Kinks at Winterland #2, February 77. This is cool stuff. I'm excited. If you're excited, let me know in the comments and subscribe. You know, 53% of you are not subscribers. Doesn't cost you a thing. Press that button, please. I hate to ask you or beg you, but come on. It helps me. I don't know what it helps, but The Police, Cassette, I saw this show too. The Police, Cassette, 1979 at Zellerbach. That's in Berkeley. 1979. Is that when their first album came out? I did see them on their first tour, I should say. Devo at the Old Waldorf, 78. My first time seeing Devo would have been at the Mabuhay Gardens before this, their first time they came to San Francisco. So this is cool. Old Waldorf. I saw them at the Waldorf too. So 1978 Waldorf. I need to reach out to Michael Pilmer, see if he has a copy of that. Oh, this is kind of cool for collectors. Ogden Nut Flake, a cassette of it. Produced by Steve Marriott and Ronnie Lane. Wow. I need to show this to this guy, Rob. Rob Kager, if you're watching, Rob. I don't have a lot of, hardly any, I didn't buy cassettes, but since I worked in the store, what we would do is we'd check out cassettes so I could play them in the car when I was taking road trips. So I worked in a record store, I'd check out maybe 10 cassettes, sign them out, go on the road, play them. Also along with these kind of things, the personal homemade mixtapes and album tapes. And then bring them back, sign them and return them, put them in the returns and send them back to the labels. You could return product in those days. Stores could return. Should I pull a cassette player out? I think I have a cassette player here. No, I don't have a cassette player hooked up, but I don't know if it works, but I got a Yamaha. I should pull this out. Natural Sound stereo cassette deck, and there is a Yamaha CD player. I think it's time to pull this stuff out.